Hey everyone, I just wanted to go over a few things with you guys for the lab analysis for the types of reaction lab, just so you guys knew how to fill this out. So going through reaction 1 with you. So in the first reaction, you guys, I said in the procedures, in a test tube, add half a pipette of copper 2 sulfate and half a pipette of barium nitrate. Observe the solutions before and after mixing and record your solutions. Okay, so you guys were mixing 2 liquid solutions, and then you guys saw a reaction occur between the 2. So for this one, your word equation, half of it, your reactants, were given to you in the problem. So my first part of my word equation was, do this, would be copper 2 sulfate plus, you guys mix barium nitrate. Okay, those are my reactants. Writing that as a chemical formula, okay, looking at it, I know that copper is +2, sulfate is SO4 -2, so it'd be CuSO4, plus barium is +2, nitrate's -1, so then it'd be BaNO3, 2. Okay, now just looking at my reactants, I can tell this type of reaction is a double displacement. Okay, so I know that off the bat just by looking at it. Okay, I see a compound is combined with another compound. So remember, with a double displacement, with predicting the products, I know my 2 metals, typically my cations, are the ones that are going to swap spots. So meaning this barium is going to swap spots with the copper. The sulfate and the nitrate are going to stay where they are. But the key thing when you're predicting the products, you should still make sure that you're balancing out the charges. Okay? So that means my product is going to be, do this in a different color. Okay, it's going to be barium sulfate. Okay, barium we know is +2, sulfate we know is -2, so it's BaSO4. Plus, now my copper is going to be with my nitrate. Okay, we know that the copper from the information is +2, and then my nitrate is -1, so then it would be CuNO3, 2. Okay, so that would be my chemical formula. Now, the last thing you guys need to do is write out the balance equation. Notice in here it states include the states of matter. You guys can go ahead and ignore that for this part of the lab, because that's going over solubility rules, which is something that we'll be doing a little bit later on this week. So I don't expect you guys to know how to do that. So you guys can go ahead and ignore that, but you should balance the equation. Okay, so then go ahead and rewrite in the equation down here. I have CuSO4 plus barium nitrate, NO3, 2, is going to yield barium sulfate and copper nitrate. Okay, going ahead and balancing it out, I'm going to use some space down here. I have copper, I have sulfate, I have barium, and I have nitrate. Okay, nitrates I have 2, sulfates I have 1, copper I have 1, barium I have 1. Then on my product side, I have barium, copper, sulfate, and my nitrate. My nitrate I have 2, my sulfate I have 1, barium I have 1, copper I have 1. Okay, so looking at it, I can tell me that my equation's already balanced, so I don't need to worry about putting any of the coefficients in. Okay, one last thing that you guys need to do is make sure up here you fill in the full word equation. Okay, so I had copper 2 sulfate plus barium nitrate is going to produce barium, sorry, I'm running out of room, barium sulfate plus copper nitrate. Okay, so just make sure, copper 2, just make sure you guys are writing in the full words. Okay. Few other things for you guys that will help you along the way as you guys are going through this. So let me go ahead and get rid of this. Okay. Kind of a few other hints. As you guys are looking at reaction number 4. Okay, in reaction number 4, understand that you guys were using hydrogen peroxide. All right, so the chemical formula for that is H2 is H2O2. Okay, and then you broke this down. Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. One of the products in the breakdown of hydrogen peroxide is water. Okay, the other product is oxygen. Remember, it's diatomic. Okay, so it's going to have that 2 there with you. Okay, so I just kind of want to give you guys that hint. Another one that I wanted to help you guys with is reaction 6. Okay, in reaction 6, you guys took the product, or sorry, reaction 7. In reaction 7, you guys took the product from reaction 6. So in reaction 7, you started with your product of magnesium oxide. Okay, what you guys did there is you mixed it with water. Okay, so in this type of reaction, it's actually going to be a synthesis reaction. Okay, and what you're going to produce in your product is manganese or magnesium oxide. Okay, and that 2 came from the charge of the magnesium. Okay, so I just want to give you guys those additional hints just because they might give you a little bit of a problem. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay, but this lab will be due in class on Wednesday.